Welcome all of the viewers. Today I am going to discuss the remaining part of the current electricity and especially based on the Kirchhoff's law. So when the electrical circuit contains the number of resistors, number of cells, and when it is very difficult to differentiate whether the resistors are in series or in parallel, cells are in series, cells are in parallel, at that moment for any complicated circuit, so the Kirchhoff's law can be used to solve the resistors, the value of resistance, value of the currents, potential difference, and so many things. So come to the point here. Kirchhoff's rule or Kirchhoff's law. Basically, it is the divided on the basis of the two statements, and the statements or the law like two parts. First one is the junction rule or junction law, also known as the current rule, and sometimes it is also referred as the KCL, means Kirchhoff's current law, KCL, current rule, junction rule. And the statement is very simple. Especially in any electrical circuit, the total currents at the junction is equal to 0, or the algebraic sum of all currents at the any node or at the any junction in any electrical circuit is always equal to 0, and in mathematical form it can be represented like total I equal to 0. Sometimes the Kirchhoff's junction rule or current rule is also stated as total incoming current at the junction is equal to total outgoing current away from the junction. So in brief, the first statement or first rule, like the junction rule, is represented mathematically total I equal to 0 or sum of I equal to 0. And similarly, the second rule is the loop rule or voltage rule or KVL. So these are the different representation of the second law, like the loop rule. So this one is the first law and this one is the second law. Especially this one is the voltage rule and this one is the current rule. And the statement of loop rule or voltage rule, total V equal to 0, or sometimes the sum of EMF equal to sum of the product of the current and resistance. Sum of E is equal to sum of V. So in brief, the Kirchhoff's law or Kirchhoff's rule is represented in the mathematical form like that. And one thing is very important also, the junction rule, actually it is based on the principle of, or it obeys the law of conservation of charge. So it is very important thing, law of conservation of charge. And second, this is it obeys the law of conservation of energy. So basically the Kirchhoff's rule is divided into the two parts. First law second law, first law junction rule, current rule or KCL, second loop rule, voltage rule or KVL, total V equal to 0 or total sum of E equal to sum of IR, total I equal to 0, and sometimes the total incoming current if I1 plus I2, then it is also equal to the I3 plus I4. So to understand this rule, now we have to draw an electrical circuit to explain why the delta I equal to 0 or sum of incoming equal to sum of outgoing, how the delta E equal to sum of IR. Now come to the figure again. This one is the cell, this one is the resistor, this one another resistor, this one third resistor, and this one is the second cell. So it is assumed that the EMF of the cell E2, here is E1, this resistance R1, this one R2, and this one the resistance R3. It is assumed that the current here I1, the current here I2, and this is the current I3. So first of all, the both rules are involved here at this point. At this point, the total incoming current means according to junction rule, first sum of I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2 equal to I3. So this is the junction rule, this is the current rule, because at that point the current I1 and I2 directed toward this and the current I3 away from the point, this point. So sum of incoming current like I1 plus I2 is equal to I3. This is the first law, this is the junction rule. And second one, second one, now consider the cell E1. So in loop this E1 equal to I1 R1 and using E is equal to IR. So E1 equal to I1 R1 plus I3 R3 in the loop this, and also in this loop sum of E, so there is only single cell of EMF E2, so it can be also represented E2 equal to I2 R2 plus I3 R3. So this is the simplest form to understand the what do you mean by the Kirchhoff's first rule, Kirchhoff's second rule, current rule or voltage rule. Now come to the point and how to use the formula. So the remaining question of the book NCERT, question is 3.9. Question 3.9. So before this, in this chapter 3.1 is already discussed in the video number 1 and question number 3.9. So आइए इसको देखते हैं, बहुत सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म में इसको हमने एक्सप्लेन करने का कोशिश किया है. And finally this one is connected like this. It is assumed that P, Q, X, R. This one is one of the also resistance X dash. Current in the circuit I. This, the value of this one is equal to 10 ohm, 5 ohm, 5 ohm 10। तो सबसे पहले ये देख लेते हैं कि ये व्हीटस्टोन ब्रिज का फॉर्म है, इस तरह का अरेंजमेंट को व्हीटस्टोन ब्रिज बोलते हैं। और ये आर्म बैलेंस है कि नहीं। बैलेंस्ड का मीनिंग हुआ कि इफ P by Q equal to X by R. So if the ratio of the arms obeys the law like P by Q is equal to X by R, so bridge is balanced. So 10 by 5 and here 5 by 10. So this is the bridge is not taken as the balanced bridge. तो यहाँ पर हम लोग किरचॉफ लॉ को यूज कर देंगे। तो किरचॉफ लॉ को यूज करने का मीनिंग है कि नेट करंट हम लोग एज्यूम करते हैं, दिस वन इज आल्सो द 10 एंड दिस इज द 10 वोल्ट। So first of all, it is assumed that the main current or net current in the electrical circuit I, and assume here this one is I1. So this current I minus I1. And now हम लोग सिमेट्रिकल मेथड को यूज कर रहे हैं। ये देखिए एक तरह से रिफ्लेक्शन है इसका, ये 5 और ये भी 5, ये 10 और ये 10। तो ये करंट को हम लोग यहाँ ले लेंगे, जैसे ये I1 है तो ये करंट भी हम लोग I1 ले सकते हैं, और ये I माइनस I1 है तो यहाँ जो करंट है ये I माइनस I1 हो जाएगा। एंड जंक्शन रूल के अकॉर्डिंग आप देखिए कि इनकमिंग करंट इक्वल टू आउटगोइंग करंट, सो दिस माइनस दिस इक्वल टू दिस करंट, लाइक द 2I1 minus I, and hence the net current is equal to the I. So incoming current I distributed in the different resistors, and finally leaving from the point this one. So it is assumed that A, B, C, D, E and F. Using the voltage rule, सेकेंड लॉ को लगा देते हैं और एक लूप ये ले लेते हैं, मीन्स इन लूप A B D A, A B D A. It is very necessary to mention that there is no any cells are connected. That is why the total voltage is equal to 0. So V equal to IR, and here there is no any cells are connected in the loop like this. So this direction is taken as anti-clockwise and this one is taken as the clockwise in the same loop. So if it is taken as the positive, so this one is taken as the negative value. So product of current and resistance. So here 5I minus I1, 5I minus I1, and this one minus 10I1 minus this value is 5. So 5 2I1 minus I equal to 0. Taking 5 common, so this value I minus I1 minus 2I1 minus 2I1 plus I equal to 0. I and I equal to 2I. 2 to 4 are 1. 5I1, and therefore I1 equal to 2 by 5I. It can be used and it is taken as the equation number 1, and this is the equation in, it is already mentioned here. So I1 is equal to 2 by 5I. And now consider one of the loop like this, simply in loop FA DC EF, and voltage is 10, so V equal to IR, E equal to IR, and V is equal to taken as 10. IR means 10 into I, and the current in the same direction, so I minus I1, 5I minus I1, and here plus 10 I1. Now solve it. So 10 plus 5, 15I, and here plus 10I1 minus 5, so plus 5I1, 10. This is the equation number 2, and from equation 1 and 2 we get. So 10 equal to 15I plus 5 into I1 equal to 2 by 5 into I. So 15 plus 2, 17 I, and therefore I equal to 10 by 17 ampere. So first current I equal to 10 by 17. Now to find out the current I1, so I1 equal to 2 by 5 into 10 by 17. So 4 by 17 ampere, and this one is the I1. So question to find out the current through the P through the different branches. So here I1 equal to 4 by 17. Main current I equal to here I equal to 10 by 17. I1 equal to 4 by 17 ampere. And now current in the branch, this I minus I1. Now current in the branch AD or through X, I minus I1. So I equal to 10 by 17 minus 4 by 17. So this one I minus I1 equal to 6 by 17. This is the third current. So this one is the first, second, third, and current through BD. So current through X dash equal to 2I1 minus I, and 2I1 means 2I1 into 4 by 17 minus 4 by 17 minus I. So I equal to 10 by 17. 8 by 17 minus 10 by 17, and lastly X dash is equal to minus 2 by. So in this way बहुत सिंपल और एक छोटे मेथड को यूज किए हैं. केवल दो लूप लेना है, एक ये ले लेते हैं और एक ये ले लेते हैं, और इससे आप सॉल्व कर लीजिए, ट्राई कीजिएगा, एक दो प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, ये सब आ जाएगा. चलिए दूसरे क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. And next question is based on the meter bridge. So question number 3.10, and it is the Wheatstone bridge. This one is the resistance X, this one is Y, and this is the galvanometer, this is the balancing length, this one if L1, so this one is 100 minus L1. Now see the question here. Balance point is found to be 39.5 centimeter from the end A. So this one is end A, this one is end B. Let L1 equal to 39.5 cm. So naturally L2 equal to this one, L2 100 minus L1 equal to 100 minus 39.5 equal to 60.5. L2 or 100 minus L1 centimeter. And next, when the resistor Y is to 12.5 ohm, so this is the value 12.5 ohm. So value of Y equal to 12.5 ohm. And this is the Wheatstone bridge. So in the balancing condition, using principle of balanced Wheatstone bridge, when there is no current passing through the galvanometer, and at that moment x by y equal to this resistance by this resistance, and resistance is directly proportional to length, so it is also taken as L1 by L2, x by y 12.5, L1 means 39.5 and L2 means 100 minus L1 equal to 60.5. 12.5, so value is 12.5. Okay, and now x equal to 12.5 into 39.5 by 60.5, and it can be calculated. X is equal to 8.2 ohm. So in this way the Wheatstone bridge can be used to find out. This is the question 1 of 3.10, एंड सेकेंड पार्ट में बोला है कि जो स्ट्राइप यहाँ पर हम लोग यूज करते हैं, ये कॉपर के स्ट्राइप को क्यों यूज करते हैं, ये सब जो यूज किया हुआ है कॉपर का क्यों है, टू रिड्यूस द वैल्यू ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस. एंड थर्ड क्वेश्चन इसमें है when y is replaced by the x. So in question number 3, if this one y, this one is x, and then this is the galvanometer, now balance like that, balancing at any point. So this one is L, this one is 100 minus L. Using the same principle here also, for the balanced bridge, y by x equal to L by 100 minus L, and y equal to 12.5, and x is already calculated here, 8.2 ohm, y is equal to 12.5, and this one is 8.2 L by 100 minus L. This one equal to 1250 minus 12.5 L equal to 8.2 L, or 1250 20.7 L, and therefore L equal to 1250 by 20.7, this much centimeter. सो इस तरह से हम लोग इसको सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं हम लोग, और इसको अगर आप कैलकुलेट कर देंगे तो ये 60.5 सेंटीमीटर. तो लेंस दूसरा 100 माइनस एल कर देंगे. यह है क्वेश्चन नंबर 3.10. लेट अस प्रोसीड टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. एंड योर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज related to the storage battery, and this one is the question number 3.11, second last of this chapter. A storage battery of EMF, given that EMF equal to 8.0 volt and internal resistance R equal to 0.5 ohm, being charged by the voltage 120 volt. So E dash equal to 120 volt. This is the condition for charging of the cell. And a series resistor. A resistor is also connected in the series of the value 15.5 ohm. And what is the terminal voltage of the battery during charging, and what is the purpose of having the series resistor in the charging circuit? What is the terminal voltage ऑफ द बैटरी? तो देखिए इसको हम लोग कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं. एक फिगर को यूज करते हैं, इसमें एज्यूम कर लेते हैं ये 120 वोल्ट है, ये ई डैश है, और इससे हम लोग चार्ज करते हैं. लेकिन इसमें अगर एक एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस नहीं होता तो हम लोग डायरेक्टली V इक्वल टू ई प्लस आई आर से इसको प्रूव कर देते हैं. जबकि जनरल इक्वेशन V इक्वल टू ई माइनस आई आर यूज करते हैं. when the current is drawn from the cell. But in this situation, the cell like 8 volt, it is charged by this cell. So here E equal to 8.0 volt, capital R equal to 15.5 ohm, and internal resistance of this cell 0.5 ohm. This is the small r. So first किरचॉफ लॉ को पहले यूज कर देते हैं करंट को निकालने के लिए. Now sum of E equal to sum of IR means E dash minus E. तो 120 minus 8 equal to I and R means 0.5 plus 15.5. सेम करंट फ्लो कर रहा है. तो ये आप करंट इससे निकाल लेते हैं. I इक्वल टू 120 माइनस 812 बाई 16, और ये आपको करंट का वैल्यू दे देगा. और करंट निकालने को ये 112 बाई 16 एम्पियर. और अब इसको हम लोग चार्जिंग कंडीशन के लिए यूज कर देते हैं. पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप V इक्वल टू E प्लस आई आर and E equal to 8 plus I 112 by 16 into 0.4, और इसको कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए. ये हो जाएगा आपका 112 by 16 कर लेते हैं. V equal to E plus IR 8 and plus 3.5 and then 11.5 volt. 11.5 volt. तो इस तरह से इसको हम लोग कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. ये आपका करंट का वैल्यू हो गया, और ये कैलकुलेशन आपका 7 हो जाएगा. तो 7 into 5 करें.